Aries, and welcome to your general reading for November 2017. This is just more focused on you and less about love, even though I do have a slight inherent body emotion, so it may kind of gel into love. And for the people who's been with me previously, just bear with me, I'm shuffling on camera. Sometimes I feel like it's better to have that connect and that flow on camera, but the only thing about it is that the delivery will be a little bit slower. If you want, you can just fast forward this part. But Okay, just 5 minutes. So this is really a new way of doing for me, but I really like to have all the cards laid out first before I start talking. It's just the style that I like. It's easier and gives more input. Could do it the other way, but just bear with me. Like I said, you could fast forward. Okay, Aries. So, following from your love reading, some of you guys, I feel like you feel a lot of weight or a lot of pressure on your shoulders to execute or to step up to the plate, as was the title of your other reading. Worrying about society's influence or your influence in society, or wondering how effective you are impacting the world or your social circle or the circle that you are within. And right off the bat, for your emotions, you have the Wheel of, for asking where are Aries emotions, you got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and then the Empress card, then the Nine of Cups in reverse. I don't know why some of you may be experiencing an unexpected pregnancy, and if that's not the case, they may feel like an unfortunate turn of events. You may feel like life is kind of spiraling out of control, and your integrity or your compassion and your gentleness and understandingness of things is being put to the test. The Nine of Chalices in reverse is like a wish that you feel like wasn't granted, or overindulgence, or it can be overestimation of skills or talents. If they paired up with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which is the card that came out first, I highly think, where's the sun going? I highly think that some of you feel like life is just, that events are turning in a way that you would not have liked them to be. It can also be related to work, because the Empress can relate to work projects and things that you're executing within society. But it can also mean an older woman or a pregnant woman, if you're not the pregnant woman here, because she literally, the Empress is holding a baby, carrying a baby. She like carries the weight of the world on her shoulders, but she does so like with ease. She doesn't mind combining love, work, business, friendships. Like she kind of has it all, this Empress. And she's very nurturing and caring. And she believes in her talents and believes in the arts. But you've got few same cards that came up for the other reading. You've got Ace of Wands, Page of Discs, and the Six of Swords in reverse, all on the same line. Even though the message that they came up for other cards is different. But yeah, so your emotions are focused on possibly a pregnant woman, or yourself feeling like you have to deal with an unexpected pregnancy, or there is an unfortunate turn of events that has happened within a certain business or a certain venture that you want to get off the ground. There's like a halt or a stop. Then you've got what's affecting your emotions. You've got the Magician and the Nine of Discs in reverse. So I feel like this is definitely pertaining to your finances and your financial stability and your own core, what you feel like you have within yourself to execute and to manifest. You're feeling like you don't have what it takes to manifest fulfillment, to manifest security in your business or desires, or to be a successful businessman or businesswoman. If you're wondering if you have what it takes to get this done. Or this can be a man or a woman in your life that is affecting your finances of some sort, or affecting your income, affecting your business. Wondering if you can trust someone, or wondering if you have what it takes to execute. And then next to that you have the Oak King. And the Oak King is about surrendering, is about waiting, halting, is not moving. It's not making a move. It's kind of having a conversation with the subconscious and the conscious, and waiting until you make a certain move, or waiting for execution. How you can better your emotions. You've got the High Priestess in reverse and the Five of Discs in reverse. So I feel like this is saying that you kind of already know the answers, or I feel like you already know what to do. And then you got to put up with the Three of Chalices, with the Witches, the Green Witch Tarot. The Sun. So I feel like this is saying that you may be ignoring your intuition, because your intuition may be telling you signs that you need. It possibly may be telling you about places you need to visit, or forces that you need to join with other people that can help you. So the High Priestess in reverse is like you're ignoring your intuition, you're ignoring the signs. Because if you do that, then it will help you to come out of this feeling of feeling isolated, or feeling like this icebox is in your heart, like the Five of Discs, or feeling like you're all alone. I feel like your intuition is your best friend. Or there could be an elderly woman, or an older woman, or a man that is very wise, that you can seek counsel in, or ask friends for help. Your family influence, you've got the Ace of Cups in reverse, then the Ace of Wands upright, and then the Knight of Wands. There could be something wrong with a move of some sort. You may be trying to move home, possibly trying to, because for those of you who are expecting a baby, maybe you have to move home because your home that you now have is too small. So you've got the Ace of Cups in reverse and then the Ace of Wands upright. And what I feel like these are saying with the Knight of Wands here is that there is a reluctance or an overload when it comes to some sort of move that you want to make. So your family's influence, like I feel like there's new starts and new endings, but it's causing a lot of emotion. Maybe a lot of, some of you may be over emotional right now or very much in tune with your emotions. This may have to do with a new, maybe you're trying to find a new job or a new house of some sort. Got the Knight of Wands here. Or maybe there was a trip. Maybe you had plans or you had certain plans to do something and now you feel like your plans have to be put to a halt because of something else that has happened. So you have to kind of put your dreams on hold for your child or for a family member. Hope you don't mind the music. And then you've got, for your work ethic, you've got the King of Discs, and then you've got the Chariot in reverse. So I feel like there's a halt on business plans. Or there's someone that can be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus that is of the earth sign origins, and they can be stunting your growth at work for some reason, or they can be holding you back at work because the Chariot is all about victory, movement, momentum. But with this card being in reverse, it's almost like there's some issues. There's like a halt. There's like, you feel like you're barking up the wrong tree. You feel like something cannot get off the ground in the way that you wanted to or the way that you hoped at first. Feeling like missed opportunities. Maybe you missed a certain chance to do something, missed a certain calling. And this King of this can also be you because of your own duties that you have to undertake. You have to be more grounded and stable, like the King of this, and then you have to make other choices. You have to compromise, maybe, for something that you wanted to do, but you have to compromise a certain move. Then you've got the Queen of... You got the Queen of Discs for how people see you, which is very good. They see you as nurturing, they see you as understanding, they see you as someone that they can rely on. Very dependable, very good with finances. Okay, so imagine, no matter if you're wondering if you have what it takes to execute, and if you have that personal power or that magnetism, or if you have the skills necessary to get a certain job done, people do have faith in you because this is a very reliable card. And people may see you as their woman or as their husband or as husband or woman material, even if you probably do not see yourself as that. You're able to get things off the ground. You're very realistic, down to earth, and grounded. And clever. And then where you should focus your energy this month is, you've got the Page of Discs and then the Six of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords came out first. Now this is coming up and saying where you should focus your energy is, I feel this is saying carefully assess or carefully map out and plan your next move. Don't jump into something, because then you got the Queen of Artemis here, who's very practical, very intelligent. She's very good with her words, and she's very cutthroat. She kind of cuts to the chase, as she is doing with these leaves here. She's like very prudent, very efficient, very effective, very analytical. The Page of Disc here is like a new start, leaving the nest, being pregnant with your thoughts. So whatever is clouding your thoughts or whatever is holding you back, I feel like you should charge ahead with that. The new birth of new projects. If you want to go to school, if you're having a new baby, just be level-headed, sincere and honest with yourself. Where Aries is focusing there, you've got the Six of Wands in reverse and the Temperance for your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. So some of you, you're withstanding in the world. You actually kind of want to, if you're like in the spotlight a lot, I feel like you actually want to, I actually feel like you don't want to really be in the spotlight. I feel like you kind of want to be mellowed out, or if you're not in the spotlight, I feel like if you have such a high responsibility in your life or in your career or in your family, I feel like you kind of want more moderation. You kind of want things to slow down a bit. You kind of want less responsibility. You don't want to feel like you have to carry the world on your shoulders and feel like you have to be everything to everyone or be the answer. I feel like you kind of want to be left alone. I feel like you want to go in and possibly practice new spiritual techniques. I feel like you want to be more spiritual this month, more grounded. You are a fire sign, so sometimes you can have a lot of anxious energy and be less grounded. So I feel like you want to connect more with yourself and to step back a bit from the world or the obligations from other people. How you see yourself. The Death card, transformation. You see this is a major month of transformation for you guys. You know you have to change and step up to the plate. It's like this is inevitable. It is fated, even though it may feel like it is the fate that you don't want, with the Wheel of Fortune coming up in reverse. The opening card, the first card being the Wheel of Fortune, and the closing card being the Death card. So there's definitely an ending to some sort of way of life, a complete turnaround to some sort of way of life, and that you was living before. Okay, Aries, I hope that you like that style of reading, and I hope the music wasn't too conflicting. I'm gonna listen back to see if it wasn't annoying. Hopefully not. And let's get an oracle card for your reading. What is the message in this reading for Aries? What is the message in this reading for Aries? Co-create in the reverse. This is how reading. You are trying too hard to create all that you desire without the nurturing vital force of spirit. Perhaps you are in a creative slump, suffering writer's block, facing a monumental task, but unable to decide on your first step. So you just avoid doing anything. Does the word overwhelmed apply to you right now? Do you think it all has to come down to you? Inspiration means the drawing of the divine guidance You must tap into spirit, not simply yourself. Ask spirit for inspiration. Two minds are greater than one, so co-create with your divine partner. Reclaim your partnership with spirit. Inspiration will flow through you as soon as you get out of your own way. Definitely, I feel like that is so true for those of you who I was saying that you feel like you want to get more in tune with yourself and less worried about society and what the demands and other people want on you. You want to find moderation and find your own temperance, your own middle ground, which is actually my favorite card in this deck because number 14, that's my birthday. But anyways, find more temperance and moderation within yourself and less acceptance from the outside world. If it's not acceptance, less demand from the outside world. Thank you so much, Aries.